as usual, started along. What has happened is, as a rapid fire, our development team is back from vacation. So we're going to start working on site updates and new contract work. And that new contract work is mainly focused around what everybody's been waiting for, space pirates. We are aiming for early-ish February. Got my first engineering effort response back. Late January is not on the table. So we're gonna have to push forward probably a week to 9 days from the way we're looking. But I have a lot confirmed and can talk about space pirates now, as I promised you I would in January. So what you should expect in the next couple of weeks, we will start really getting you used to the gamification of Dino Eggs, bringing in the idea that pirates will be part of our system. They are the second series of Dino Babies NFT project. The main goal of Pirates is a game to, a play to earn game where you stake pirates to take unclaimed dino eggs from the pool and put it into your own pile. The obvious reason we're doing this is to, of course, encourage user interactivity, to collect pirates, and to have eggs. How it helps us is we're using pirates as a way to help get eggs out of the hands of inactive members or dead wallets and put them into the hands of active members. We are hoping that while a majority of pirate egg stealing, of dino egg stealing, will be part of a theory of you need to claim your eggs, the biggest pools of eggs that will be stolen from will be the inactive eggs, which is great, which is what we want, because truth be told, there always will only be 3 million dino eggs in existence. And so we want to make sure the greatest number of active members have the greatest number of dino eggs. On top of that, I mentioned dino eggs a lot. For those of you new to Dino Babies in Space, because we are public on this call, Dino Babies in Space has Ziggy as our Genesis token. Ziggy passively generates dino eggs, and dino eggs are our fuel for the entire project. Dino eggs are the governance utility token of our DAO, our community wallet, and dino eggs represent your major involvement in the community. So that's a long Agenda 1 item, but just to rephrase that, engineering work has started. We are still full steam ahead on getting Space Pirates out to start our play to earn game. We plan on having it still include a focus on moving dino eggs between wallets, and we are definitely going to have part of the mint pool you can mint part of the entire pool of pirates with dino eggs. The way that math is going to work out is I'm looking at our average holder pool right now, and I want to guarantee every holder the opportunity to buy at least one pirate with dino eggs. So it's probably going to come out to be about 28 eggs per pirate. And knowing the current circulation of dino eggs, we are probably going to have a little over 3,500 to 4,000 pirates be mintable with dino eggs. And from that number, that also means for people who are doing really quick math, and if you are doing really quick math, please DM me after this because I need a statistician on my team. We are pulling together the idea that there will be enough pirates unminted from the dino egg pool that you will be able to have pirates be staked, steal eggs, and buy more pirates with eggs. So this pool is a virtuous life cycle, which is pretty cool as well, just as a casual aside. That's all of one, and that's what you wanted to hear, so I wanted to get that out of the way. If you came here just to hear about space pirates, there you go. I will definitely answer more after the chat, but I wanted to get that one out there to tell you we are doing it. Nothing is stopping us. We're going. It's going to be really cool, and it's just another part of the success of Dino Babies NFT project. Number 2 of my agenda item, and then we'll hop on to Matt in a minute, I promise, is we are having a lot of success with our DAO. Over the last week and a half, we have migrated our voting system to a hybrid of Discord pre-proposal voting and snapshot.org final voting. And in the next 2 hours, our first final vote on Snapshot will be complete, confirming, and I'm saying it like it's going to happen because the votes are definitely in. We will be 100% solidifying this new methodology. For the Discordians who are hanging out on Twitter tonight, there are 6 active proposals to discuss in our proposal talk channel. And if you, any member of our community, want to make a change to the community, to the show, to the community wallet, to our operating procedures, write the proposal, get it out there. We want to be community-led. We want this to be a decentralized organization, and we want you to help us grow. As of right now, I'm looking through my list right now. We have 26 proposals that we are evaluating and pushing through slowly under a drip to get conversations going. But if you are a member and you want to be engaged, our Discord is the central repository of proposals. You can talk about them, you can engage with them, you can make your own. And if the community likes them, they go to Snapshot. Just like the U.S., the U.S. bill system. For our international members, it's a 3-step process. But that is the world we move on. Cool. And so big news for community and for the NFT side of things. Our DAO is moving forward. We have our voting system is being very, very streamlined at this point. We are moving forward in a community forward way. And our second series is primed to release, mostly on schedule. The third update, and the very small one, is since the last time we talked, our volume has grown to 1.4 thousand Ethereum traded on OpenSea. With our royalty system, we should anticipate about 10 more Ethereum, maybe about 12 more coming back into the DAO at the end of not the third week of this month, I believe. And so our DAO will cross 100 Ethereum even before the show comes out. And with that said, those are my updates. With that said, I'm going to hand over to Matt to talk about, on the show side, how things are looking.
Hey guys. So this has been a very exciting week. Just for everyone that's been paying attention on the Discord, lots of big things are happening and behind the scenes as well. We've been saying that whole holiday break, we're like, as soon as January 3rd comes, we're going to hit the ground running. And that's pretty much what happened in a way that is bigger than we even expected. There are some updates that I can't quite give yet, but the biggest tease of the night is that I have already been reached out to by a major studio that I didn't even have to reach out to first. So these conversations are coming to us, which is beyond exciting, as well as everything else we're doing to get Dino Babies out there, and which is we have a lot of different avenues and strategies we're using for that. But just based on the last couple of days, things are looking very, very good.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that is, we are beside ourselves with surprise that studios are seeking us out already, which is, of course, aligns with our thesis. The idea that we said, hey, these movie companies want to be part of NFT and crypto. They want to be part of it. And the fact that we have a Discord group of over 15,000 members, and we have multiple times been in the top 10 actively traded NFTs on OpenSea, we are a bigger project than we give off. And that's our, and if you don't think I'm humble, I mean, I'm not. I barely brag about it, except to you guys. The whole show is attractive, and the fact that we are professionals through and through, and Matt knows the scene. We're getting those conversations already. I wish we could tell you more. Hopefully, we can tell you more in a week or two. The system moves kind of slow, but having this type of action happening in the first week of January shows that we're getting scouted. People want to be part of it. And I mean, that's wonderful. We do want to keep you involved as much as we can, which is why we've been so, let's call it transparent about our pitching process. Over the last 2 weeks, hopefully you've caught one of the pitches from Matt. Wanted to break a little bit of news about our pitching system. Matt, do you want to tell him or do you want me to tell him?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. So basically, if you have seen the 2 pitches that I did on YouTube, we have currently taken them down. The reason for that is basically it's good news. It means things are happening way faster than we even expected. So the people that have seen them, you have now seen something rare and special, and you have that information. But as far as like sharing that with new people, we're going to have to figure out how to do that going forward. And that may, I'm not entirely sure how to do that yet, but we are thinking about it.
It's going to be more redacted. It's going to be more black squares.
Yeah.
We're going to do more presentations live on Twitch, but we're not going to record them. And you can't see them unless you tune in live for it.
Yeah, I think that's probably definitely the way to go. Because this is our IP. This is what we're using to pitch to these studios. And depending on the studio, I would say most of them are very secretive. So we got to keep it locked down a little bit. But in my eyes, that's just good. Like this whole time we've been saying like, oh, we're going to hit the ground running. Just wait. And then it's all ready.
It's incredible.
Like the best news I can think of is to say that it's happening faster than we expected. You know, we weren't just making baseless claims. So this is a good thing. It was nice to direct people to those videos while they were up, but now we're kind of rely on you guys, the community, a little bit to help share the hype and be like, this is real. I've seen it, but I can't tell you about it.
And the reason we're doing that for the non-media inclined members of the space tonight, our lawyers have advised us, and on the way this works in the pitch process across Hollywood, it's not hard to copy an idea if a studio knows it's good. It's a dirty game. It's a real dirty game, but it can happen. And so exposing effectively a concept, some artwork, and a dream can be copied. And so we have to be a little more centralized than we wanted to be in the early stages of it. That doesn't mean we still can't keep you part of it. You are still a fractional producer in our eyes, and we'll keep you and we'll keep making pitches as we improve the process. It's just not going to be full frontal everything we got until we are deep in conversations with the studio.
Yeah, like the worst thing we would want is a studio to go on our Twitter, see the pitch, and be like, so what do we need you for?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. The hype of NFTs, a studio could theoretically, a bad studio, the good ones will rather pay for the talent than actually copy it. But a bad studio could look out there and say, okay, it's an 8 to 12 show with dinosaurs in space. It's an NFT. There's no rules in NFT space. Let's copy it and do it ourselves. And they could. It'd be weird, but they could. And so we have to be a little more close to the chest. But again, these weekly updates still will happen. Matt will still pitch you throughout this process. I would assume we're going to have at least 2 more pitch days with the production team this month. So you'll still see stuff as we progress. It's just not going to be recorded and present if you can't make the deal. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I didn't get much sleep Friday when I heard about a studio calling us about the concept.
Same here.
Yeah. I was blown away because there's a world where we were expecting the sales process to be, we get an agent, The agent makes a bunch of calls to the agent's friends at previous places where they've sold shows. They take a call with us because of the representation and move around between that scene. What happened is a studio knew about Dino Babies in Space, knew a way to find Matt, and called to talk about the concept of Dino Babies in Space being at their studio. That is so much intent. You don't hear about that happening very much. It says we have a hot product. And I wanted to really emphasize that. We told you we're going to hit the ground running. We were expecting to knock on doors. But our door's getting knocked on. And that's wild. That's absolutely wild.
Yeah, that is the dream scenario to me. Totally. I mean, like I said earlier, we're still obviously going to there's still so many places I'm reaching out to and setting up meetings with, but just the fact that this is happening is such a good sign.
Yep. It's great. Where we are then also is, I mean, that's as much as we could have said happened in the last week. It's both. We are making huge progress on the NFT side, and we're making huge progress on the show side. But there's other worlds too. And so I do want to get an update from Camillo, who has been on these AMAs, has been really in stealth mode. Every time you've asked about partnerships, there's I'll get back to you on it. I think there's a little bit we can tease today about some of the partnership leanings we have. I'd love it if, as much as you're willing to say, Camille, share some news with people about that.
Yeah. So we have 3 partnerships coming up. It's gonna be sort of a giveaways to our members, holders. Then we have something special also coming up. I don't want to disclose the name of the project. Matt is actually going to be working on it. This is going to be more of a collaboration where we're just going to share our art basically between the 2 projects. So it's going to be something pretty cool. And it should, I'm not sure about the date, but we'll announce it as soon as everything's finalized. I want to make sure that I can disclose it with the other team. We'll probably have an AMA with them as well, so we can announce it at that point. But it's something pretty cool. And yeah, so our Sabo, our community manager, he's been working on landing some partnerships with other projects, upcoming projects, and we have one more that we have to actually talk about a little further on our end, because it involves, I guess, some legal discussions. But once we have the information, we'll share it with you guys as well. But we're very excited. I mean, everything's coming along as we thought, and we're very happy that Pirates are coming, and we hope to see everybody excited as well for this.
Yeah, after I'd say probably last week, we've been getting reached out to by a lot of projects, all at different stages. Some post-mint, a lot pre-mint, and then some are super early pre-mint, some are medium, and some are just a few days away when they reach out. So me and Camilla have been spending time going over all these projects, trying to make sure that they're right for you guys. We don't want to give away any projects that we wouldn't want to receive whitelist for ourselves. So kind of just filtering through those. And coming this week, we should have 3 different projects. All of them are kind of ranging in different areas of where they're at right now. Some are very soon to mint, some are a little longer term, but yeah, we're really excited for all these 3.
That's great. It's absolutely great. And I understand that, we are on Spaces, so I probably should have opened with this, but why not do it half an hour in? We should introduce ourselves to the people who aren't aware of our roles on the team and where we stand. I probably should have done that because I got too comfortable thinking this was Discord and you see me every day. Hi there, I'm AJ. I am a product manager by trade, a NFT strategist, and an economist by night. My world has been launching major platforms for technology systems for the last 10 years, and I used to have a role at Kickstarter launching new projects with the Kickstarter agency. My world has always been about helping art, finding ways to get art in the space, and really growing it with technology. So I joined in Dino Babies under the guise of NFTs can have utility in the real world, and NFTs are an amazing way to give ownership in a decentralized manner back to the investing class of members, which is something Kickstarter Indiegogo could never accomplish. Let's go around the table. Who else wants to say who they are?
I'll go first. Hopefully you guys have an idea who I am by now. But for all the new people out there, my name's Matt. I've been working in animation professionally for about 5 years, and then even longer than that if you count the journey, like as intern, designer, all working in and around even longer than that, probably closer to 10. I've worked on projects for Nickelodeon, DreamWorks, Netflix. The big ones I've worked on were for Warner Brothers, and I'm currently on something for Apple TV right now. So I have a lot of experience in the industry, but along that journey, I've been pitching consistently throughout many, many different projects, many studios. So I have a lot of experience with the ins and outs of how to do this. And I have successfully sold a show before. It was to Nickelodeon, but this was back in 2015, and they did a major restructuring, and everything got canceled when the VP of the president of animation got fired, and it was a whole political thing. But which isn't uncommon in Hollywood. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, Matt, you're scaring
Yeah.
Development
is a crazy thing, but my point in bringing all this up is that I've seen it all already. I know the pitfalls. I've lived through the pitfalls before, and I think that makes me really well qualified to navigate any challenges as they come.
Awesome.
I'm Camilo, founder of Dino Babies. My background, pretty much corporate finance and management. I'm not going to say which industry, but pretty much the way I see myself, it's just a visionary and leadership. That's what I see myself as. And came into the NFT space in about, I'm going to say 8 months ago. And it took me a while to kind of come up with an idea. And then it took me longer to actually find a team that could help me put that idea together. And I think, being able to talk to Matt since the beginning and AJ, everything was clear. And I mean, here we are. I mean, we're, a month after launch, or a month and a couple of weeks after launch. And we're talking about season 2. We're talking about, a studio actually reaching out to us. So I'm actually pretty happy to be where we are right now.
And I'm Savo. Same thing as Camilo. I do finance. I've been in the NFT space for about 6 months now, and my role on the team is the community manager, assisted in building up the Discord, the Twitter, and then managing mods. And now currently, along with the Discord, working on collabing with other projects, reaching out to other teams, and trying to give back to our holders.
Awesome, squad. Thank you for intros. And in case you're not aware, Dino Babies in Space is the NFT project that stood as the seed funding of the studio that will create Dino Babies in Space, the animation by Matt Bollinger, and subsequent creative works. We are not a crypto exclusive insular investment cycle. By owning a Ziggy, you have access to our community wallet, our investment DAO, and our community that will go into actually having producer rights and limited ownership of the creative works of Dino Babies in Space and subsequent production, which does mean the DAO itself has a play to connect to the revenue generated from the show, which is I call it a hedge against the crypto market through crypto. But the idea is really we are bringing crypto into the real world and finding ways to tie holders of the NFT to a very exclusive part of investing in the world. Media is huge, but it's very insular. Is why we created this concept. We could raise money, we could have creative control, we can get into studios with a great idea, and then we could bring crypto to that environment. The community wallet also has other opportunity to be a launch platform for other media outlets, other NFTs that may want to join in. We are in a place where we can help share our insights, share our knowledge, and help grow the media NFT environment, which is a long-term dream. First thing first, let's get this show on the road. But number two is let's then help other people. I don't want to pull up the ladder. I want to help other people grow with our success. That is the long-winded intro of the night, but this is our first time on Twitter, so worthwhile to repeat it all again for those who haven't heard it. I see a couple hands raised, and I want to get to you because you've been patient. Let's get those requesters online, and then in between I'll fill the gap with some questions I see typed in on the Discord chat.
Got it. I'm Seth should be connecting.
All right, Seth.
I'll bring the other one up. Yep, I think you're up
Seth,
here,
you
Seth.
are up. What's
I'm
up, man?
muted right now.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah,
Going
just
well.
got in on the mint and just enjoyed the art. I like what you guys are about, so I figured you were part of Nickelodeon, Matt. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bet on him. But I missed out on the eggs. I was gonna see if there's like
Sure.
other ways to get in on the eggs, like just to claim them, because I never claimed them on the website. I just didn't get around to it. But
Seth, you were asking a great question, and that is I feel like you're a paid actor because we staged you in. Everyone in here, if you have held a Ziggy, you do not lose the chance to claim your eggs. From the day the claim portal was open, anytime you have held a Ziggy in that time period, you can go back to dinobabies.io/claim and claim those eggs. And if you want more eggs, the short answer is go get a Ziggy. The long answer is the DAO is currently discussing making a liquidity pool, so you can buy eggs potentially directly from a peer in the network and not go through Ziggy's initially. But Seth, if you have held a Ziggy, you should be able to connect your wallet and claim the eggs on the claim site. If you can't do that, contact a mod in the Discord, and we can definitely see why you can't claim them.
Okay. Yeah, open up if anyone has issues with claiming, feel free to open a ticket and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll reconnect and see. It must have been just like a lag or something or glitch, but
sure.
Appreciate it.
Man. Thank you for stopping by.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem. I'll be here.
Right. Jang, you are coming up next on this.
Yeah, if anyone wants to come up, feel free to request.
Hey, how's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, so I've been part of the community since day one, got 2 Ziggies on Mint. I'm super excited for the project. I just had just one specific question regarding the collaboration with studios. So, since this is a very public space, you have a Discord, a huge Discord, a pretty big following on Twitter. How much information would studios be allowed to provide to the community, since I'm sure there's NDAs or contracts being signed that they might not want to be public? So do you have any information on how much details you can share once you guys do land a studio or a collab?
I absolutely have an answer, but Matt, do you have an answer first?
Like how that affects the DAO, or
it's the question more comes from how early and how much information can we share on every stage of the negotiation and contract lifecycle.
that is, I'm gonna like kind of. It depends. I know that's probably not the answer that everyone wants to hear. It really depends on the studio. Some are more secretive than others. All of them are secretive to a degree. But that is something, when the time comes, we're going to negotiate. Like, this is a part of the project. We want to be able to share this with our community, and negotiating a way that works for all parties is going to be a big part of that negotiation.
I'll give an even more aggressive answer. We have to.
Yeah.
The whole spirit of the NFT world is the decentralization of information, and the DAO is a partner in this. And if the DAO is a partner, then the DAO has to be informed about the contracts, and the DAO has to sign an agreement. The DAO will be a member at the table for discussions, and we will relay information back. And if our partner studio wants to keep it all under wraps and treats it as an old school element, well, then they aren't really embracing the NFT nature of this. And that is our differentiating factor, is we're going to keep it pretty authentic throughout the whole process. So when it comes down to signing or discussing and negotiating rights, you bet it's going to show up in Snapshot. And when it shows up in Snapshot, well, then you're going to know. And that's probably that one breaking point. So we can tell you right now, a studio has contacted us out of the blue. And we can tell you, when we sit down at the table, probably what we're talking about rights-wise. But when it comes down to actually signature and the deal agreements, it's going to have to be made to the DAO. And I can't think of a possible way the blockchain allows you to be secretive. That's the entire point of it. So we're going to have to, by nature, expose a little bit about what's happening. And if our partner has to agree to that part too.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify my answer too. Is like, the only thing I am, the needle that I need to thread is sharing concept art ideas, but avoiding spoilers, because this is going to one day be a show, and I don't want you to have already seen it by the time it comes out. I don't want you to be like bored of what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, on my end, it's finding a way to make that the information we reveal exciting for you guys, but not spoiling the excitement of the project. And then there's that other aspect that AJ's talking about, that you guys are fractional producers. Those big decisions are going to be shared 100%.
And I have to keep in mind, Matt is creatively minded, and he's worried about the show's integrity. But beyond the integrity of the show, some studios care about that story so much. At Netflix, they want to know you have an end, you have a hook, you have what's going to keep people gasping. And if we revealed that early, it probably kills all of Netflix's investment. So those points are going to have to be held close to the chest. But the fact that we're talking to a studio, when that becomes apparent to our partners, well, that will be made public to you. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Great, awesome. Just one last thing, just a suggestion. Would it be at all possible to have some sort of like community giveaway? Maybe having one of us or a couple of us in the community have a character named after us. Is that something that we can do? That'd be kind of cool, just to have someone in the community actually in the show, just their name, but maybe something more than that.
Short answer, definitely. I think that is such a great way to kind of navigate everything we've just been talking about. Is like, that is not a spoiler or anything like that. Like, that would be so much fun. We've talked about having someone be a voice actor, or maybe even like help design a character, name a character after someone, maybe have the community vote on a name of a character that's completely separate from that. There's all different kinds of ways that we can get you guys involved. And yeah, I think that is the most fun way to do that.
All right. I brought Steve up here.
Steve, hey there.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Well, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So it's funny, you guys actually just touched on part of my question. So, this might be something that you guys probably haven't even thought about yet, but I figured I'd ask, why not? So I am actually an actor. So I was wondering, yeah, I was wondering, how would like auditions and things be held? And, I have reels and stuff I'd love to send you guys. So yeah, just how do you go? I know it's really not even a thought yet because everything's still in its infancy, but, what's the deal with that? How would you guys go about that essentially?
I think there would be two ways to go about it. One, it would just be, kind of like you say, if there's people who are actors or aspiring voice actors, we would audition you. I think there's another aspect where we would maybe hold a contest kind of like we did in the early days, and let the community decide. And, we might end up with something crazy, but that's just a creative challenge to make someone's crazy voice fit into the show, So, yeah, I love stuff like that. And there's a lot of shows and movies and stuff that I love that have done similar things. So I definitely want to incorporate that in any way we can.
Okay, awesome. No, thanks. And again, love what you guys are doing, and I love the project. So cool. I'll be on the lookout for those casting calls.
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
I could confidently say when it comes to casting calls and those elements, once we have a deal and a budget lined up, we will be taking it very professionally, getting a showrunner team, getting a casting agent. We will be doing it right, and we'll be following the process. But of course, every member of the community will be aware, and we would love it if you go through the channels with us in those processes.
All right, we'll do. Well, thanks, guys. Again, just figured I'd throw that out there because, the first part of showbiz is also, it's just, networking.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
But, we really want to throw it back to the community in any way we can. So I'm glad you brought that up.
If anyone else wants to raise their hand, feel free. If we want to wait while people do that, AJ, if you want to do some written questions.
Yeah, absolutely. What we have in the written questions, I'm seeing a lot of questions about the utility of eggs. And on that point, beyond the utility of eggs, the value of eggs. And so I know I touched on earlier saying, look, an egg is at its core a utility token for voting that will be part of this play to earn game. I will tell you as well, if you want to associate an actual Ethereum value to a Dino egg, go into Discord, hop on the channel that's called Proposal Liquidity Pool, and wait for the update by the proposer of that element, and we will get going. We are right now finalizing the preliminary vote, and we'll go to Snapshot tomorrow, which we'll be discussing two things on the liquidity pool. One, timing, when to release it. Should we do it now, or at Pirates, or after we have a contract drafted with the studio, and the price that we should start with. All that's up for decision starting tomorrow on Snapshot, and the discussion's open now. So feel free to hop in and talk about that stuff. I see a requester. Can we have that guy hop in?
He's up here secretly.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey there.
I'm very excited about this project, and I think everybody is who hopped on here. So what if I just never take my eggs? I hold on to them because I think that it'll just get more valuable if I just let them not stake yet, right? You're not staking them, are you?
You're not staking them.
Eventually. Okay. So they're just going to be I guess, play to earn, like you said.
Uh-huh.
You keep them to play games. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
maybe
there are two
sneak
things.
Okay.
We could totally work out if the community wants to have some way to use eggs in novel ways and they want to put a threshold on that egg usage. I'm all about it. We had a proposal come in today about possibly investing in other projects and having eggs be the weight of that. I think that's awesome. But for now, where we have confirmed in terms of our project's life cycle, eggs are for voting. Absolutely. If you never claim your eggs, they're going to sit in a pool called unclaimed eggs. And unclaimed eggs can be stolen by pirates. And pirates will steal a percentage of your eggs every day. So if you're not claiming, they will go to someone else who will claim them. That doesn't mean you'll lose all your eggs, but you'll lose a pretty large percentage over time. So it's advantageous to claim some occasionally, probably not every day, but occasionally, so that you can vote. You can use eggs to also mint pirates, and we're going to have eggs have some more utility in the near future. Season 3 of Dino Babies in Space will feature a Ziggy that can mutate or change outfits. Not a Ziggy at all, sorry. It's not Ziggy. We're going to have a character that can change outfits, and they'll have different effects on the play-to-earn game based on that, and it will cost eggs to change outfits. But basically, as we evolve the play-to-earn game, eggs will be the fuel behind it, but also eggs are your voting share on the DAO proposals. So those are the major utilities, and if you never want to use them, more power to you. But we are creating ways to then let other people who want to use them take them from you, if that helps.
So, like, if I claim them, no one could take them. That's what you're saying, though, no?
That is what I'm saying. If you claim them, no one can take them. You just said what you said. Yeah, but if you claim them, no one can take them.
Awesome. And is there going to be any news? Like, can you release, like, on the game? Or, like, do we have anything coming along, like Q1, new roadmaps or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the first announcement was Pirates. We are chugging along on Pirates. We deployed the engineering team this week. Our contracts are already being written. We're going to have the site updated for Pirate Takeover soon, and we're aiming for Pirates to be released early February. And if you want more details, totally can talk right now about them. What else can I tell you about the roadmap?
I just, for the first time, I tried to claim and I didn't know you have to pay gas, which I'm not opposed about, but I'd rather, obviously, some people rather wait till gas goes down or whatever.
But that is a part of, yes, you have to interact with our claiming contract in order to claim eggs, which is why.
Any way to make the contract less of a gas fee? Any way to work on it to be less, more like less gas? Is that a thing? Like, obviously.
Yeah, it is a thing. We are definitely exploring how to make the contracts more efficient. That is totally an element. If the gas fee is that preventative to claim eggs, we can always also, if the community wants it, it'd be a pretty big engineering lift, but we could possibly even migrate the claiming to a layer 2 system. Now that's a pretty big investment, but if that's where you want us to go, make the proposal, and we'll see how far that goes. But we definitely want to make claiming more efficient.
I agree. Okay. I just wanted to say, because, like, who knows what the eggs are worth? Like, obviously proposals are big, but, like, I have one Ziggy. I wish I bought more.
Sure.
I wish I bought. Everybody wishes they bought more whenever the floor was down or whatever. I believe in you guys. I think you guys are doing something beautiful. I love animation. I'm very eager to see what's up with this. But no one knows what the dino egg is really the value of. You know, like, okay, I'll get a pirate, but how many dino eggs do I need?
28.
You know?
It can be 28.
28.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Thank you. That was a great question and answer. So I'm happy I hopped in.
Yeah,
I'm happy
you came in because if you are asking, then other people want to know too. And we want to help you realize value from the project. It's just, I also want to point out that we as a project team are dancing a fine line because of the SEC rules about creating assets and financial instruments in America. When we created Dino Eggs, we have to make them be a utility token, which means in the same way an arcade has you have a token to play the games, we have a token to play our games. We cannot come out here and say we are issuing shares with dividends, because that is creating an actual company structure that has fiscal responsibilities. Then we have to register with the SEC. And that is a complicated game that we have to avoid. So everything that is tying a fiscal responsibility to Dino Eggs is done through community managed elements and not through your Dino team here. And that is the separation we have between church and state. We are providing an NFT project, Matt is providing a show, but the fiscal rewards you can derive from Dino Eggs will come from a community managed aspect of a liquidity pool or other elements like that. In order to get that community managed aspect going, the community has to align and agree on those points. That's not me being. I hope that that's not come across as trying to downplay any of this. I know that's an important part of a project. It's just we are trying to make sure we are legally responsible in every regard that follows the rules set forth by the United States of America government. And we want to make sure this project has long-term standing, so we do not violate those rules in any case and get the DAO shut down or get the show shut down. We want to be constantly creating value. But yeah, it's a great question, and I see it all the time posted around. When can I sell? What's an egg worth? An egg worth one egg is the dumb answer. The long answer is what I just said a minute ago. But please, if you have more questions about the legality of NFT projects, I'm happy to talk about that. I have gone back and forth for a while on it. With that said, we have Crypto Dino. Come on in.
Hi, everyone. So, in addition to the egg question, I was wondering, you mentioned that they could be stolen, right?
Yes, they can be stolen.
Yes, they can.
Is there a certain date from when on they are being stolen, or?
Yes. The day pirates mint will be the first day unclaimed eggs can be stolen. So on Pirate Mint Day, the first person to mint a pirate will be the first person to steal a dino egg. But until that point, your eggs are nice and safe in the unclaimed nest. But once there are pirates on the loose, any unclaimed egg can be stolen. Will it be stolen? Can't guarantee that part, but it can be. That's part of the game.
All right. So if I mint a pirate, then am I able to steal other eggs, or am I getting randomly stolen eggs, or how does that work?
If you mint a pirate, the way it's going to work is you cannot pick who you're robbing. It will be a random seed of a target pool that you are stealing from, and then those eggs that you steal will end up in your unclaimed pool. So you could steal from. Right. So it's randomly associated. It's not. You don't have to actively deploy, but you do have to then unstake your pirate to withdraw the unclaimed eggs.
Okay, so you pretty much steal from the unclaimed egg wallet.
Correct. Well, no. Yes. You steal from the unclaimed egg wallet, and the amount you steal is relative to one user's unclaimed eggs, and then there'll be a percentage randomization of how successful your theft is. So I'll give you a really easy math equation. If I have 10 unclaimed eggs and the server associates your thieving attempt with me, we're going to roll a dice and decide what percentage of my egg pool you're going to steal. And if it's 100%, you steal 100%. If it's 10%, you steal 10% of my eggs. And then our server will associate the eggs you stole with your unclaimed pool. So we're having a off-chain game of associating eggs with an on-chain token that is moved around on the unclaimed wallet association.
Okay. And just another last question on that topic.
Sure. Did I lose you? Did I lose myself?
No, I think we lost him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pace when I walk, So I'm looking at my Apple Watch right now. I've already covered half a mile, and I was wondering if I entered the dead zone of my of my router. I don't live in a giant house. I'm honestly walking back and forth in my living room and my kitchen.
Do we have more questions?
I can definitely dig some up from the question pool, but otherwise, we can always talk about other logistics of the project. I definitely want to give people their money's worth with our first Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I see a lot of questions about eggs. You know, and I think you answered those questions already.
I'll try to, but I'll give the TLDR, and I promise a Medium post this week about tokenomics part 2, which is the logic of pirate thieving. But the answer is you stake a pirate. Every staked pirate will go off effectively on a mission, a raid, to steal from someone. That someone you are stealing from is a random seeded wallet, and then you steal a percentage of that wallet's eggs, and we're calling that how successful your raid was. After that steal, you then can unstake your pirate and get the egg that pirate stole, or you can redeploy that pirate every day to steal more eggs every day. The reason we have more pirates in the game, and the reason the pirate is a percentage basis, that's a random percentage, is we wanted to have pirates have a lower effective egg generation rate than Ziggy. However, we also wanted to make sure that pirates as a whole can make sure eggs are given to active users and removed from dead wallets. And a dead wallet is a cold storage wallet that's not using the eggs. Ultimately, we want you voting. We want you participating in the DAO, and we believe that the active users who are playing the game are probably the ones who are also going to be voting and active in the DAO. And if we can get you to have a greater share of voting impact, then we believe you'll be a greater member of the community. Not to discount our investors, we love you too, but the game, the eggs in the game are part of the whole core of trying to bring active users to the forefront of our community. Oh, and we got Noah. Hey there. Whenever you're ready.
Your mic's muted, Noah.
There we go. There we go. I'm here. How you guys doing?
Hey there, how are you? I'm well.
Doing good.
I'm well. I just wanted to express how stoked I am about the future of this project, man. I think y'all are really onto something here, and the way that you're navigating the tokenomics and everything is like so on point compared to a lot of other projects out there. So it's it's refreshing to see and to be a part of.
That's great to hear. Thank you.
We have been doing our homework.
Definitely, it shows. It shows for sure. I mean, it's such a weird line to ride, like not making it a security and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to say I'm stoked for the show, stoked for the game, stoked for Pirates, and I'm rooting for all of us.
Thank you. Yeah, we're rooting for you too.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, Noah had a great point there. I mean, it's all compliments, so it's always a great point. But the major point of it is that we are trying every step of our process, from NFT serialization to making the show, to bring utility and literal utility, not NFT gamified utility, back to the holders of these tokens. We want to make sure, end of the day, you are deriving some unique value from this experience, whether it's being a producer, whether it's participating in the system, whether it's accumulating eggs and taking advantage of a community-driven liquidity pool. We are finding ways, and we're trying our hardest to make sure that the people who are part of the community are driving utility. This is not a pump and dump. This is not a system where we're just trying to run away and release pictures of cute dinos. We want you to feel like we created something unique out of it. And I hope you're getting that from these talks.
I can say that I definitely am.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
Amazing.
I walked away from my computer again. This is why I am just a terrible person to be on the phone with. I walk away from my computer. Cool. Back to the normal question pool until we get a new speaker in. More questions about pirates. Totally love that idea. There are questions about the cooldown timing of pirates. Yeah, that's great. Once staked, a pirate will go off on a mission every day. It's not a 24-hour cycle. There's going to be a little bit of randomization there too to reduce server loads. We don't have waves of pirates at one certain time every day, but there'll be batch loads, and your pirate will keep raiding every day and accumulating the unclaimed pool that you own. Now that's another neat part of this. There is no honor in the pirate in the space pirate code, which means the eggs you accumulate with your pirate go into your unclaimed association, and that does mean that another pirate could steal your whole pool as well. So we are encouraging you to always be claiming in some cadence. At some point or another, you will get stolen from. I can guarantee it will never be 100%. That is not what we're going to allow happen. But you will get robbed, and hopefully you rob someone back. And we're hoping that game becomes enjoyable. But again, everyone who's hearing this right now, if you don't like the way that game is going, you are entitled. It is your right as a Ziggy holder to propose a change. If you don't like the game, if you don't like what I'm saying here, make that proposal, and if people vote that down, we will change the game to make it work for you. And that is part of this community project. I'm trying here to make a utility game that people find enjoyable. But if I miss the mark, you can vote and you can say that was wrong, here's how it can be better. And we will honor it and we will work to fix it. In the last 6 days, we've had 6 proposals made. 3 have finished, and you have asked us to get a marketing team member, and we are actively interviewing for one now. You have pushed us to change the voting system, and we are doing that now. And tonight, we will kick off the liquidity pool final vote, and whatever that result is, we will honor that as well. We are listening, paying attention, and doing what you need us to do. And now I'll walk back to my computer and find more questions to answer. We have a couple questions about total pirates. We'll be there for mint. We are figuring out that number right now still. It is less than 9,000. I'll tell you that much. We are toying with the idea of quadruple eights, 8,888. But based on the price of Ethereum and the entire market conditions, we may reduce that number. Our major goal here is to give you utility, find value for you, but not destroy the project with a clear deluge of product you don't want. So what we're going to figure out is what is that golden number that creates inclusivity, but also gives you the opportunity to engage in the level you want to engage with. That sounds like a lot of horse shit, but what I'm trying to do is make sure that we are introducing a new part of the game that feels inclusive and still widespread, that will make you feel like, yeah, you actually are part of this system. In Dino Babies chat, we have Pictor asking, can we trade the eggs? Yes, an ERC20 token is tradable at any point. Right now, if you want to send me your Dino eggs, you can. I don't recommend it. I'd love it if you did, but you can trade your Dino eggs at any point. Right now, in our DAO voting, we do have an opportunity to create a liquidity pool. And in that case, your trading will probably happen through that Uniswap or Sushi Swap pool, whatever makes the most sense for us. And you probably will be able to list eggs there and exchange for other tokens. Our first pitch will probably be wrapped Ethereum, but that will be around there. The Moke one, or I'm trying to guess, is it Moker? Mokier? Do Ziggy holders get whitelist or pre-sale for the pirates? Yeah, of course you do. If you are a Ziggy holder, there will be a whitelist opportunity, both from the scale of buying pirates with Dino eggs and also buying with Ethereum. There will be an Ethereum mint, and I should go into that. There will be an Ethereum partial mint of the pirate pool, because we do want to allow people who are outside of the community to be able to enter in the game as well. So we will be offering some portion of that pool to be purchased for Ethereum, but there will also be a pool for eggs. And everyone holding a Ziggy will have a whitelist opportunity to buy a set amount. I'm leaning towards 3 or 4. Camilla's leaning towards less. We'll see how that plays out. But we will have a world where Ziggy holders will get whitelist opportunity, and by holding a Ziggy, you have that guaranteed space. Victor also asked, do you have any plan on partnerships with other projects? The very short answer is yes. The earlier answer that Camilla is still tight-lipped about is there's going to be 3 in January, but there's probably more coming sooner than that. I don't want to steal his thunder. That is his bread and butter. So Camilla will say more things.
Yeah, I mean, we have 3 coming up this week, partnerships. We're going to post those on our Discord for our holders. So if you are a holder, make sure you get the holder role. So you will see those. And then there's one more that I believe we may even announce it tonight or tomorrow. I was just trying to get back and forth with the team. So we'll make a separate announcement on Twitter and Discord about this one, because we think it's really it's a little special. So we want to make it that sound and look special as well.
Love it. We've only been live for an hour. I don't want to cut your time short. So if there are more questions, please feel free to hop in. Please feel free to ask anything you want to know. We are here for you. This is our weekly, let's call it roundtable, fireside chat, whatever you want to call it. And I am active in the question channel on Dino Babies Discord, trying to get all those questions. We see some couple of ones happening right now. So while we have more hands get raised, I will go forward. Favor asks, what do you mean by holder role? If you hold a Ziggy, you are a holder. And at some point, before we launch Pirates, we'll take a snapshot of the current holders of Ziggies, and those wallets will be added to a whitelist count. So if you have a Ziggy early February, you will probably be in the snapshot, and you'll probably get whitelist to Pirates. That's a holder. You are holding the token. And Spooderman wants to know about staking. You pay gas fees for staking. You do. So as long as we are on Ethereum mainnet for our contracts, any contract interaction will have a gas component. Ideally, we are working very hard in our NFT development group are really good at optimizing contracts. So we are hoping to have the delivery of staking and unstaking Pirates to be a very light contract interaction. But as long as we are on Ethereum mainnet, there will be a gas component of it, and that will be part of the, let's say, quote unquote, game theory of when do you unstake and when do you claim, because you'll have to balance the math of, is it worthwhile in more active network times to claim eggs, or can you wait till nighttime? In between those moments, will you get robbed? Will you rob someone else? There's a little bit of game theory going on, which is why we wanted Ziggies to constantly accumulate eggs, so that at any point you have some obligation to claim something. Oh, James, you are online.
Hey guys, hope you're all good. It was just a quick one. Will there be rarity to the Pirates similar to our Ziggies?
Yes, there will be. That I am hoping we can show some samples of Pirates this week, and we can start that whole sneak peek window for the next month. But yes, Pirates will have traits, will have allocation and weighting of rarity pools, and we're going to make Pirates a bit wilder in terms of trait association than Ziggies were.
Amazing. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
I'm actively working on the pirates, and we have some really, really fun stuff planned for them. I'm excited to show you.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy you're asking, because we want to show you how creative this group can be.
Can we say that maybe sometime this week we'll be able to share some of those ideas with the community?
Yeah, I think someday this week, let's make an official announcement about what the pirates are, and then I'll be working all week to have some sneak peeks ready for you guys.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, hello.
Unless you just want to announce it right now.
I mean, we could announce the concept of it right now if you want to. We just don't have a drawing ready.
Yeah, I mean, I can show you my in-process drawings, so those aren't as fun. I'll go and do it. So basically, the original idea was we were gonna make a proposal. There's 5 different pirates. We were gonna let the community vote on which one was the foundation for phase 2, which would have been really awesome. I was super into that idea, and then I forget who floated the idea, but we were basically like, what if we do all 5? And each one has their own individual traits and their own rarity tables. And of course, me being the artist, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of work. But then I start thinking about it for about 5 seconds, and it's like, there's no way we can't do this. It's gonna be so much cooler. So that's gonna be pirates. You're gonna, when you met, you don't know which pirate you're gonna get. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of traits for each, so it will be really, really cool.
We will summarize it on a post, I guess, on Twitter, so everybody can see the characters and all that, and we can go from there.
Yeah, there'll be a Medium post announcing the pirate takeover. You get all 5 in every mint chance, and each of them have their own pool of traits. We're talking about 65 plus trait variants per pirate. We're talking about then, theoretically looking at a world of combination of 300 different mixes. If you look at every different pirate, the odds of having a distinct pirate very, very high. So we are really excited about that idea, because it also involves it endears you to the show more. It's not just one pirate that becomes too famous. It's all of them at once, and that's awesome. We lost somebody who came in and fell off.
Yeah, we lost them.
Bummer. Hey man, if you want to re-request, please come back on. Otherwise, I see a few questions about Immutable X and other layer 2 protocols. The short answer is I love Immutable X. I hold a lot of Immutable X token. I hold a lot of magic. I even hold some flow. But we would be interested in moving the game to Immutable X. It would require a pretty large transition. So if you write the proposal, we can definitely vote on it. But just be aware that investment to move the whole system to a off mainnet chain would be probably a 2-month full transition. And if that's where you'd rather see our engineering effort spent, we'll do it. But I want to make sure that goes through the proper proposal channels, which is why I haven't made that proposal yet. I've been hoping that mainnet is good enough for at least winter and spring of this year. But if we want to move sooner, we can definitely delay other phases in order to make that chain transition. But yeah, I mean, if I sound like a broken record pitching the DAO, pitching voting, it's because I'm really passionate about the DAO and decentralizing a project management process. So please pay attention to the proposal channel. Please weigh your opinions in. We want to hear your thoughts. Wow. More questions coming in now. Would it be possible to have pirates raid every 3 to 5 days and every day? Yeah, absolutely. I should say the question here is to avoid gas. Pirates will re-raid while staked. Unstaking just takes those unclaimed eggs into your wallet. The only reason you would unstake is to take the pirate booty, the eggs, and put it in your real wallet. Pirates will raid as long as they are staked. I am totally aware that some games require you to stake and unstake to re-begin a process, and that is incredibly costly. We are trying as hard as we can to make sure the intent you have to engage in the game does not require constant interaction and thus constant gas fees. Great question there. Sorry that wasn't clear. I'll make that more clear next time. More questions about eggs coming in. Benny Boy, how many pirates can you mint? We are thinking about 3. I want 3 or 4 per Ziggy. Camilo may want a little less, but that will come off based off of. I want to look at average egg holdings to make sure that we are not setting people up for failure.
Yeah.
And I'm also checking out the total number of Ziggy holders right now to make sure that we are guaranteeing everyone gets a certain amount of pirates that makes them comfortable, but not so much that holders could lose out. So those are the 2 major factors that are going into this number. It's probably going to fall down to, during minting process, probably 3 or 4 per wallet, and we'll probably then have to go to secondary to claim more. But still up for discussion. And again, if you think you want to change those numbers or solidify those numbers, you could do it through a proposal, and we will listen. I'm going to keep pushing that tonight. Yeah. The questions slowed down. Are there any hand raisers in chat?
No, I think we're all tapped on the live questions.
All tapped on that. So then I would say we are probably winding this down unless there are some top tier chats we want to have among the hosts.
I'm hosting a giveaway right now for Ziggy on my Twitter. If you guys want to check that out, if anyone in here isn't already in the community,
that's a great.
Feel free to take one of my Ziggies from me.
That's a great tie-in. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
But again, to summarize today's updates for everyone, Pirates, early February, we're going to have enough for every Ziggy holder to be happy, and some left over for new members into the community. Pirates will help you get more Dino Eggs. Our DAO is live, our voting system is structurally sound, and we are voting on things that matter to you, like a liquidity pool. And that will help you add more utility to your eggs. Beyond that, earlier mentioned, we kind of dropped off on it. We are incredibly excited to say we are getting sought out by studios instead of us knocking down doors. And I cannot emphasize how important that is to this project, is to see the show actually succeed. And we are incredibly excited about that. Within the first week of the new year and businesses being open, we're already getting hit up to pitch and talk about selling a show to great studios. But a lot of great announcements.
Yeah, a lot of really cool stuff this week. I know we've dropped a bunch on you, but it's all super positive. I couldn't be more excited for everything coming up and to share it all with you guys. Yeah, it's a really great week for us and the whole project.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, all right.
And they disappeared.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then, I will give it to the end of the minute. Any last-minute questions or hands, you have the floor. We are now on overtime. But please feel free to hop in. Please feel free to ask questions. We want to make sure you feel comfortable about this project. Chill.
There's a last-minute question on the Discord.
Yeah, okay. Other than voting and minting pirates, what other functionality of eggs Okay. So, voting and minting pirates. If you do not think that is enough utility, well, damn. But okay. I'll repeat what's happening in phase 3 of this project of the game. Phase 3, there will be a character that will be able to modify parts of the raiding process, amplifying how much you raid, or protecting your eggs. We're talking about a mercenary character that can switch sides, and when you decide to switch which side they're on, you're going to use eggs as fuel to do that. That's as much as I'm going to tease, but it is a character that is just motivated by the money, and we will see that character pick a side, and you get to decide how you want to protect or steal more eggs, and that's more utility for the egg game. But if you don't think that's enough, then I also suggest, if you want to see eggs do something else, propose it. At this point, I will repeat every time over and over again. If you want to see something that I'm not thinking about, propose it. And I will have to read it, and I will have to talk about it. And that is the best way to get my attention and to get our engineering team motivated to do something. Great overtime question. I'll keep going as long as questions keep coming up. Otherwise, I'm going to let everyone go to sleep. Oh, wow. Benny boy, you came in the last minute. How will pirates raid? Great. When you stake a pirate in a cadence of around 24 hours, a pirate will be randomly assigned to attack a wallet that holds dino eggs. That pirate will then have a random seed to steal a percentage of the eggs in that wallet. Assuming there's no other modifiers, like phase 3, that raid will be successful, and then that egg will be added to your pool of unclaimed eggs. When you that raid will keep repeating with a new target every day until you unstake your pirate. And when you unstake your pirate, that will solidify the pirate claimed raiding eggs and put them in your wallet. But until that point happens, the pirate is staked and constantly raiding, and those eggs are unattainable for you until you unstake. I hope that makes sense. If that doesn't, I'll try to find a better way to explain it. So that's not funny. The last minute question, let's keep going. Tim Luke asks, are you modeling some of your strategies similar to the success of Cool Cats? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I look at them as a huge community building group that from day one have talked about all the cool things Cool Cats are going to do. I am eagerly awaiting how Milk is going to play out, and I'm definitely watching it at every moment. But beyond Cool Cats, even the derivative project of Mutant Cats, I am definitely watching how their DAO is working and how their fish system is playing out, because they have a naturally deflationary coin. And I am very interested in how that's working as well. But yes, I would say my biggest inspirations in this project are looking at the success of ENS, the Ethereum name service, the Doodles, Cool Cats, and I'm paying attention to a bit about how other major successful protocol DAOs have played out. And now seeing actually the success of also Small Brains and trying to pay attention to what they're doing that makes their game unique. But moral of the story, I'm trying to tie it all back to a game that derives direct utility for the holders and isn't just a game for the sake of saying we have a game. Seeing some repeat questions come in. I want to respect the team's sleep schedule. I will just repeat our founding conversation and say I think we're going to miss overtime now. Again, Pirates coming soon. DAO's up and live. Go write proposals. Go vote on proposals. The show is chugging along at a pace faster than we expected, and we are really excited to talk about the upcoming partnerships, the upcoming giveaways, and the upcoming integrations you're going to see across the system. We are getting attention. We are making names. We are making waves. And you're going to see Dino Babies make way more presence in the system throughout January and February.
You want to do one more live question? And
Yeah,
then
sure.
End it with murder.
All right, murder citizen or season?
I'm bringing them up right now.
All right.
Look, can you hear me?
I can hear you. But before you ask, murder citizen or murder season?
Season.
All right, season, cool.
Will there only ever be 3 million eggs?
Yes. Yes. So
That's my question.
that is, yeah, there's only be 3 million eggs. And the thing is that every usage of an egg does not burn the egg. We do not have a burn pool. When you spend an egg, it goes back into distribution. So naturally, you would think we're going to run out of eggs in a year and a half, 528 days. Not so true. By minting pirates with dino eggs, you put dino eggs back into distribution and extend the timeline of egg acquisition. And in all other future ways of spending eggs will go back to distribution wallet. So we will have constant recirculation of a recycling token, which I think is a novel thing that many projects have not done. Many projects want to have a naturally inflationary project that will burn eggs or burn their token to increase value. We're going to keep the number naturally low and recycle around. I hope that brings more eggs into active users' wallets. And I hope at some point in the future, we have this tight-knit pool of active users that hold a lot of egg interactivity.
You have some good questions in the Discord.
Oh man, walking all the way back. This Christmas, I bought myself a shiatsu foot massager. No, I did not buy a dog. Is the main focus of the project on gamification or creating the animated cartoon? Wow, that is a great question. That is why Matt and I are on every call. It is both. The real answer is the show is our crux. It is our backbone. It is why we came together. It is why we raised funds. But the show is not the end all be all of the project. At first, we're very intertwined. We are hoping that as the NFT project progresses and matures, and the show sees the same level of maturity, we can deviate and become a community that serves as a backboard for media NFT projects and actually becomes a strong community on its own accord that once came from the greatness of Dino Babies in Space. That is such a long-winded Steve Jobs bullshit answer, but the real thing is the show is going to happen. And we raised enough money from the initial mint to fund the initial stages of selling the show. And now we're having a DAO that can do more great things with the show or with other NFT projects. So we're seeing more life in many directions. So while I focus on the gamification of the moments, or at least in these talks, I care deeply about the show's success. But the show is it's already having its own attention and lifespan. And so this NFT project doesn't need to nurse the show at this point. We're fans, we love it, we're funding it, but we can do so much more too. And I want to make sure people are aware of what the long-term goal is to go so much more beyond the show and become an actual launch pad for see how we succeeded. Here's how you can succeed too.
Yeah, I think that's a really great answer. And it's also, animation takes a long time. So we want to keep everyone engaged. We want it to be fun. The NFT is almost, I think our goal is for it to almost become its separate thing entirely. Like we're not, each project is not entitled to the other. You know what I mean? They can still be unique creative projects and they don't become our shackles. You know what I mean?
that's a great way to view it. And it's because the show, once it really gets into the production cycle, the development hell, that would tank an NFT project. It would destroy the morale. We want to have an outside view that still helps the digital system. And we think we have a real opportunity here because we are successfully getting through the entirety of launching an NFT animated series. And on top of that, then there's going to be so many people asking for help, understanding the cycle. We can be there to be part of that system.
Which I think is beyond exciting.
It's really cool. It's really cool. And possibly even lucrative.
Yeah.
Is that the last great question? Oh yeah. I will call it at the hour and say the last great question is, what information is expected not to be shared with holders? The answer to that is it's not expected not to be shared. It is the timing of when it can be shared. There will never be anything hidden from you. But for many of the real world things we are doing, there are implications of timing that we cannot share publicly. Otherwise, the deal falls apart. So anything that we are doing, you will learn about it soon, as you are a holder and a co-producer of the system. But many of our early stage conversations have to be kept under wraps. Otherwise, we would actually undermine the real world deal making process. So you will experience every part of the show creation lifecycle of a real Hollywood series. You just might experience it with a bit of delay between the moments they happen. And as the show takes off, and as we retain more and more creative control, and you are a member of the production cycle, you'll get it more and more in real time. And yeah, Matt.
No, I was just going to say that's perfect. That's the exact way I hope everyone thinks about it. Like, this is something you guys have invested in. We never want to, we're never going to like intentionally hold something from you in anything we do. It's in the entire community's best interest because of the complicated way that this stuff works. So, yeah, we're going to be as transparent as we can every step of the way.
Yeah. That's our intention. We are keeping the spirit of decentralization into a world that is very, very centralized. We're trying our best to pull back that curtain. With that said, everyone, it's been a really great hour and a half on Twitter. I think we should do more Twitter Spaces because I see names in here that are definitely not part of the normal Discord.
Yeah. I believe we'll have one sometime in the middle of the week or by the end of the week. Cool. With another project. So that'll be interesting.
Cool. Our first co-hosted podcast. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
With that said, everyone, I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying up late. Thank you for skipping your dinner with your family. It was great talking to you. If you have any other questions, I'll tell you there are two great places to find me. One is my DMs are open on Twitter. And two is the questions channel of the Dino Babies Discord. And Dino Babies Discord is publicly open. Hop in, verify, ask questions, write proposals. We look forward to seeing you there. I'm going to throw it to Matt for the final word, though. Pressure's yours.
Thank you all so much. This has been an insane week, and we hope to keep bringing you more and more updates as they come. Camilo mentioned an upcoming Twitter Space AMA this week, and then I will be posting more specific info on the Pirates in the coming days once that's all ready to go. So you guys can kind of start getting to know those characters and their backstories and a couple really fun sneak peeks too. But yeah, thank you all for coming to our first official Twitter Space.
It was great. See you guys soon.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good